The important questions from science section for class 10th, and we are going to discuss 10 important questions from chemistry. These questions are for 2 marks, 3 marks, and according to your board exam these questions are very important. I will explain each and every question. These questions are asked in the previous year board exam, and I will explain each and every question with answer and explanation so that you can understand the questions, and if these questions can come in your exam you can give the answers properly. So these questions are important for both Cbse as well as state board students, those who are following the NCERT syllabus. So we are going to discuss the important questions from the chemistry, from the chapter chemical reactions and equation, acid, bases and salt, metals, non-metals, carbon and its compound. So let's start with our discussions. Before starting guys, I have a humble request from you all. If you have not subscribed to the channel, then please subscribe the channel, and if you like the explanation, if you like the video, then please click on the like button, share it with your friends. So now, first of all, we will discuss with the first question of chemistry, that is the atomic number of one of the element X is 11. Okay, one element is there X whose atomic number is 11. Write the electronic. In this we have two questions, question number A and B. So this question is of 2 marks. If it will come for your exam, it will be of 2 marks. The first question is write the electronic configuration of the element and find its valency. Means we have to write the electronic configuration of the element X, and also we have to find the valency of the element. The second question, B part, is write the formula and the nature of its oxide. Means when this element X will combine with oxygen, it will form one oxide. We have to write the formula and we have to tell its nature, whether it is acidic or basic. So let's start with A part of the question. The atomic number of the element is 11. So we know that in the first shell 2 electrons will be present. So if we distribute the 11 electrons, then the electronic configuration will be 2, 8. 8 plus 2 is 10, and 1 electron is left that will go into the last shell. So in the K shell always 2 electrons are present, in the L shell 8 electrons are present, and the rest of the electrons will go into the next shell. So already 2 shells are filled, 2 and 8. 1 electron is left that will go into the last shell, and so the valency of the element is +1. Since 1 electron this element can donate to achieve the stable electronic configuration, so the valency of the element is +1. Next, okay, the formula of the oxide. Okay, the valency of the element is +1, X +1, and we know that the valency of oxygen is O2 minus. So when the valencies are exchanged, we will get an oxide of the form X2O. So the formula of the oxide is X2O, because the valency of the element is +1 and the valency of the oxygen is -2. And since it is a metal, since 1 electron is present in the outermost shell, we will consider that it is a metal, because we know that metals have 1, 2 or 3 electron in the outermost shell, because they can donate these electrons to the non-metals. So X is a metal. So and we all know that the metallic oxides are basic in nature. So the metallic oxide X2O is a basic oxide. Now let's move to question number 2. In question number 2, we have to write the definition of redox reaction. So what is a redox reaction? The first part of the question. Second part, when a magnesium ribbon burns in the air with a dazzling white flame, forms a white ash. Is magnesium oxidized or reduced? Why? So this question is also of 2 marks because it contains 2 parts. The first part is what is a redox reaction. So from the name itself you can understand that redox means reduction and oxidation. So what is a redox reaction? A reaction in which oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously. Simultaneously means at the same time, is known as redox reaction. Okay, this is the first part of the question. The second part, we know that whenever a magnesium ribbon is burned in the presence of oxygen, a white color, we will get a dazzling white flame, and we get some ash that is also white color, and that ash is because of the formation of magnesium oxide, MgO. So we have to say over there that whether this magnesium is getting oxidized or reduced. So let's check the reaction. Mg plus O2 gives MgO. You can see over there that magnesium and oxygen, they are combined to form MgO, means oxygen is added to magnesium. So addition of oxygen, what do we call that process? We call it oxidation. So obviously in this reaction, magnesium is getting oxidized because it is losing electron to form. In terms of electrons, if we talk about, we can say that magnesium is losing 2 electrons to form Mg2 plus ion, and oxygen is gaining 2 electrons to form O2 minus ion. Therefore it is getting reduced. Magnesium is getting oxidized because it is losing electron, and oxygen is gaining electron, so it is getting reduced. So the overall, we can say that magnesium is oxidized. Either you can tell in that terms also that since oxygen is added to magnesium, so this is an oxidation process. So magnesium is getting oxidized over there. I hope you have understood question number 1 and 2. Now let's come to question number 3. In third question, the question is, write the chemical formulae and the name of the compound which is the active ingredient of all alcoholic drinks. Means we have to tell the name of one of the compound, we have to tell the chemical formula also, and we have to tell the name of the compound also which is present in all the alcoholic drinks. After that, the second part of the question is list its 2 uses. We have to write the 2 uses of that compound. And the third part is write chemical equation and name of the product formed when this compound reacts with sodium metal and hot concentrated sulfuric acid. After telling the name of the compound, you have to again give the third part of the question, that whether when that compound will react with sodium metal, which product is formed, and when that compound will react with hot concentrated sulfuric acid, which compound is formed. So overall this question is of 4 marks. One marks is for the chemical formula and the name of the compound. 1 marks is for 2 uses, and the 2 marks is for reaction with sodium metal and reaction with hot concentrated sulfurics. So which compound is present in all the alcoholic drinks? Ethanol. Yes, because ethanol is the only active ingredient which is present in all the alcoholic drinks. And what is the formula of ethanol? The formula of ethanol is CH3 CH2 OH. CH3 CH2 OH. This is the chemical formula of the compound ethanol. Okay, so ethanol is an active ingredient of all the alcoholic drinks. Now we have to write the 2 uses of alcohol. The first use of alcohol, we can say that it is used in the manufacture of paints and varnishes. The paints and varnishes which we use to paint our furnitures or any wooden doors, wooden windows, and the varnish also give a shine to that wooden furniture. So in the manufacture of paints and varnishes, this alcohol is used. The second use is it is used in the medical swabs and hand sanitizer. During in the medical labs, etc., when some tests are done, that time that alcohol is used as an ingredient. Means, as you can say that it acts as a alcohol will act as like it will use to kill the germs or any other infections or microbes which are present over there. So that is used in the medical labs, and also it is used in hand sanitizer. If you check the components of the hand sanitizer, you will see at the back that if you check the composition, means what are the ingredients or what are the substances which are present in the hand sanitizer, you will see that alcohol is present over there. Sorry, ethanol is present in that hand sanitizer. So these are the 2 uses of your ethanol. Next, we will write the reaction of ethanol with sodium metal. So this is the formula of ethanol, CH3 CH2OH. It will react with sodium Na. What will happen over there? This hydrogen will be replaced by sodium over there. So you will get a compound called sodium methoxide, CH3CH2ONA, and hydrogen gas will be liberated in the reaction. So whenever alcohol reacts with a metal like sodium, then hydrogen gas is liberated and sodium methoxide will be formed. The next reaction is reaction with hot concentrated sulfuric acid. So this hot concentrated sulfuric acid, it is a dehydrating agent. Dehydrating agent means it removes the water molecule. So from this alcohol, it will remove the water molecule from where? The OH will be removed from here, and 1 hydrogen will be removed from CH3, and we will get CH2 double bond CH2. What is the name of this compound? The name of this compound is ethene. ETHENE, ethene. And hydrogen will come out from this compound ethanol. So this is CH2 double bond CH2, which is ethene. So it is a dehydrating agent which will remove the water molecule from any of the compound. Okay, now let's move towards question number 4. Explain the following. When question is given over there, we have to write the reason. Okay, what is the question? Sodium chloride is an ionic compound. So first of all, you should understand that what is ionic compound. Ionic compounds are those compounds which are formed by the transfer of electrons. Whenever a metal will transfer electron to a non-metal, one bond is formed and that bond is called ionic bond. So the compounds which are formed by the ionic bond formation are called ionic compound. So sodium chloride is an ionic compound which does not conduct electricity in the solid state. What they are saying, that sodium chloride will not conduct electricity in the solid state. Means when it is present in the solid state, it will not conduct electricity. But it conducts electricity in the molten state or as well as in the aqueous state. Whenever it will be combined with water or it is present in the aqueous solution, it will conduct electricity. What is the reason behind that? See, in the solid state, the compounds or the molecules, they are very closely packed. They cannot move freely in the space available to them. They are very closely packed. So no ions, no free electrons are present. So electricity cannot be conducted over there, because we know that electricity can only be conducted when free electrons are present. So in the solid state, we don't have any free ions or free electrons. So electricity cannot be conducted. But in the molten state or in the aqueous state, the ions can move freely. Free electrons are present, so electricity will be conducted in the molten state and in the aqueous state. This is a very important question. Many times this question is asked in the board exam, that why ionic compounds do not conduct electricity in the solid state, but they conduct electricity in the molten or in the aqueous state. So the simple answer is that ionic compound will not conduct electricity in the solid state, because in the solid state the ions are fixed at their position. They don't have any free electrons, so electricity can't be conducted over there. But in the molten state, the ions can move freely from one place to another place and they conduct electricity. Now let's move to question number 5. In the electrolysis of water, electrolysis, it is a type of decomposition reaction. We have 3 types of decomposition reaction: thermal decomposition, electrolytic decomposition, and one is our photolytic decomposition. So electrolysis means when electricity is passed through water, water molecules breaks to give us hydrogen and oxygen gas. So in that process, we have 2 questions over there. Name the gas collected at the cathode and anode respectively. Why the volume of one gas collected at one electrode is double than that of the other electrode? Name the gas. So this question is also of, we can consider it for 3 marks. Okay, so first question, name the gas collected at the cathode and anode. So whenever electrolysis of water will take place, means when we pass electric current through water, at the cathode hydrogen gas is formed and at the anode oxygen gas is formed. This is also very important question from your exam point of view. At cathode, which is one of the electrode, over there hydrogen gas will be collected, and at anode oxygen gas is collected. Now the second question, why the volume of one of the gas collected at one electrode is double than that of the other electrode? Name the gas. If you look at the reaction over there, when 2 molecules of water, H2O, will break down, we are getting 2 molecules of hydrogen and 1 molecule of oxygen. So by looking at the reaction, we can say that 2 molecules of hydrogen combines with 1 molecule of oxygen to form H2O. So the volume of hydrogen liberated is double than that of oxygen. Either you can say that when 2 molecules of hydrogen breaks, we are getting 2 molecules of hydrogen and 1 molecule of oxygen. You can say that only no number is written over there. So over here we have only 1 molecule of oxygen. So 2 molecules of hydrogen is formed over there and only 1 molecule of oxygen is formed. So which gas is collected in greater amount? Hydrogen is collected at the greater volume. Okay, name the gas. Your answer will be hydrogen gas. Now let's move to question number 6. What are alloys? Write 2 properties of alloys. So what are alloys? This question is from your chapter metal and non-metal. Alloys are homogeneous mixture of 2 or more metals or a metal and a non-metal. Means when 2 or more metals, suppose I have metal number 1 and metal number 2, when they are combined together, we can get alloys. Even if you combine 1 metal and 1 non-metal, suppose you are combining copper and any of the non-metal like iodine or something, any non-metal we can say, so then also alloy will be formed. So alloy are this word is very important. Alloys are homogeneous mixture. Homogeneous. Okay, homogeneous means where the composition is uniform throughout. Alloys are homogeneous mixture of 2 or more metal or a metal and a non-metal. Example, brass, bronze. They are the alloys of copper and tin, copper and lead. Okay, when copper and tin is mixed together, we get bronze. When copper and lead is mixed together, we get brass. So these are the alloys of the metals. Now, what are the two properties of alloy? See, alloys have a very different property from the metals from which they are formed. They have very good properties as compared to the metals from which they are formed. Alloys are stronger than the metals from which they are formed. This is the first property. Whenever the alloys will be formed from whichever metal they are formed, so they will be more strong than the metals from which they are made. They are more resistant to corrosion. The next point is, if we talk about corrosion also, corrosion, you know that whenever a metal will come in contact with air or moisture, then their surface become corroded, and the phenomena is called corrosion. So when in many of the metals, the process of corrosion occurs, like in silver corrosion occurs, in iron corrosion occurs, even in copper also corrosion occurs. But alloys, they are resistant to corrosion. Next question, question number 7. Two ores A and B when taken ores A and B when taken on heating ore A gives carbon dioxide, where ore B gives SO2. What steps will you take to convert them into metals? Okay, we have two ores A and B. When we are heating ore A, which gas is liberated? Carbon dioxide gas is liberated. And when heating ore B, we are getting sulfur dioxide gas. So what steps we can take to convert these ores into metals? So we know about the process of calcination and roasting. Calcination is used for which type of ores? Calcination is used for carbonate ores. And we know that whenever carbonate ores are heated, which gas is evolved? Carbon dioxide gas, because the carbonates are CO3 2 minus. This is the carbonate ion. So whenever carbonate ores are heated, carbon dioxide gas is liberated. So carbonate ores are subjected to which process? Calcination process. And after calcination, what we get? We get metal oxide. Suppose we have taken zinc carbonate. Then which metal oxide we will get? We will get zinc oxide. Okay. So for example, you can check the reaction over there. Zinc carbonate, when it is subjected to calcination. What is calcination? It is a process in which the carbonate ores are heated in the presence of limited supply of air. In the presence of limited supply of air, we get the metal oxide. So zinc carbonate, when it is heated in the limited supply of air, you will get zinc oxide plus carbon dioxide. Now, the next ore, that is the sulfide ores. When sulfide ores are subjected to roasting process, then we get which gas? We get sulfur dioxide gas. So what is roasting? Roasting is a process in which the sulfide ores are heated in excess of air. Then we get zinc oxide. So we can see the reaction over there. Zinc ZnS plus O2 gives ZnO plus SO2. Okay, now once we get the metal oxide, it is very easy for us to extract the free metal from there. So zinc oxide, when any metal oxide, when you reduce them in the presence of any reducing agent like carbon, etc., they are changed into the metal. For example, in this reaction, you can see that zinc oxide, we have reacted it with carbon. Carbon is a reducing agent. It will take the oxygen along with it. It will remove the oxygen from zinc, and we will get the zinc metal, and along with that carbon monoxide is formed. So this is the step. So by using roasting and calcination process, we can convert the carbonate ores and the sulfide ores into metal oxide, and when we reduce the metal oxide, we will get the free metal. Now the last three questions, question number 8, 9 and 10. Let's discuss these questions. Okay, now come to question number 18. Identify the acid and base from which sodium chloride is obtained. Which type of salt is it, and when it is called rock salt, how is rock salt formed? Okay, so we have to identify the acid and base which is present in the salt sodium chloride. So when sodium chloride is formed, when hydrochloric acid and NaOH will react together, we will get sodium chloride. You can see the reaction NaOH plus HCl. We will get NaCl plus H2O. Okay, NaOH plus HCl will combine together to give us NaCl and H2O. So which is the acid? The acid is hydrochloric acid, that is HCl, and the base is sodium hydroxide, that is NaOH. Okay, now let's move to the second part of the question. Which type of salt it is? Sodium chloride is which type of salt? It is a neutral salt, because whenever acid and base will combine together, we will get a salt. Acid will neutralize the base, so we are getting a neutral salt. So sodium chloride is a neutral salt. Now when it is called a rock salt, When we can say that a salt is a rock salt? So it is called rock salt when it forms a brown crystals combined with impurities. So whenever you will get a salt whose color is brown and they are in the form of crystals, and in that some impurities are present, because of which they get a color, brown color. So over there, rock salt is formed. How rock salt is formed? Rock salt is formed from a body of seawater which undergoes an intense evaporation process. Suppose we have a sea, and because of the sunlight the water will get evaporated very quickly. It is followed by a long process of geological aging resulting in large masses of salt. And when the water will get evaporated in the sea or another sea, we will get the crystals of the salt, and it takes a long period of time. So like that your rock salt is formed. It is formed by the process of evaporation of the seawater. Next question. Why silver article turns black when exposed to air? Suppose we have some silver jewelry. So when we bring it from the jewelry shop, it's very new and it's very good looking, shining, etc. But with use, like after 3-4 years, we can see that like its color changes into little blackish. We see that silver gets a blackish tone. Why it is so? Because in the air sulfur is present. So silver will react. The symbol of silver is Ag. When silver will react with sulfur, they will form a compound called silver sulfide, Ag2S, which gives a black color to the silver articles. So what will be the answer? Silver reacts with the sulfur present in the air to form silver sulfide, which gives black color to the silver articles. So remember the name of the compound, silver sulfide. Because of this, silver develops a black color. Now the last question, define malleability and ductility. So malleability and ductility are very important physical properties of metals. So what is malleability? It is a property of a metal in which it is beaten into thin sheets, because almost many of the metals like gold, silver, aluminum, from the small piece of metal we can get a sheet of metal. If we beat them with hammer or something, it will be changed into thin sheets. So that is a property of metal, and that is called malleability. And what is ductility? Ductility is a property of a metal in which it is drawn into thin wires. You have seen the copper wires and the aluminum wires. That is because of the ductility process. From a small piece of gold, even from a small piece of gold, a long gold wire can be made because of the process of ductility. So with this, I have explained you 10 important questions. In the next video, again we will discuss some of the important questions which are asked in the previous year board exams. So don't forget to hit the bell icon so that whenever I will be uploading a new video, you'll get a notification for that. So stay tuned with me. So thank you for watching. I hope you have understood all the question answers which we have discussed today. If you have any doubt in any of the question, or if you need any help for your board exam, then do comment in the comment section. I will come up with a new video for you all. Thank you for watching. If you like it, then please click on the like button, drop your comment over there and share with your friends. Thank you.